There are, as there are only 4 of us, I suggest we wait traditionally a few minutes to start.
Hello everyone, sorry I was late.
Hey, good to see you. We are still waiting for some people because we are not yet all here, but good to see you here. But maybe meanwhile send the link to the minutes. Chat.
As far as I can see, Etienne wrote something that he couldn't participate tonight, right?
True, and also Petra wrote he can't participate.
Yeah,
So
right. You're right.
we might effectively wait for Yasmin and who else? That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I will report to the all Cedric answers. You already did. Thank you.
Texted to Yasmin. Not sure whether he arrives. Okay. Okay. So we might meanwhile check for the agenda and do approve it. Agenda of the minutes from the last meeting. Before we start.
So Yasmin is here, so I think we can start, right?
But if we're reading the minutes, just there is a typo. Okay, Yasmin is here. That's perfect. So we are all here, and let's start officially. So I may say it's 21:12, and I'm officially opening the meeting. And unless there are some objections, I would be chairing. We have traditional collective job of secretary. Recording is done traditionally. So we are all of us here, except of those two excused, and we may go to the approval of the agenda, which is, or the proposal is on line 45 and farther on. You see what's prepared there? Are there any suggestions for changes? There is proposal to add membership fees and quorum.
Yeah, because I
1.5.
propose that because I think that is very important to know in advance which is the current situation about membership fees in order to establish voting rights and quorum.
Yeah. Okay. That's very reasonable. Any more suggestions, or we may just vote on the agenda as it is proposed? Okay, I see a comment in the minutes that the board meeting is not legal due to the no invitations to the members. Was about, I believed we have sent out the invitations, but isn't that the case?
I think that Etienne wrote something tonight. We can report it here or briefly discuss just to, in my opinion, to get rid of this annoying stuff if the board is the meeting is legal or not.
Okay, we should probably. What did Etienne wrote? What?
I reported in the Jitsi chat.
I see. Okay, yeah, I think the rules of procedure are a regulation that is actually binding to the board, as it's internal regulation of the board, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we are a bit in the situation that I have to apologize because clearly the announcement of the board meeting was not sent out, and that's apparently my fault. but we have actually agreed to have this meeting already in the previous one. So I think the board members shall be aware of its existence. And the agenda was also available in the support channel for the board. May I ask, Bastian, is there actually any point of the agenda which you consider to be too politically delicate to not to be discussed, debated under these circumstances? I'm not sure whether I can hear you or...
Front, right.
What's wrong, Mikuláš?
I have only feedback from you, not from anyone else.
Because they're not speaking. They're muted.
Yeah.
So we can do like at school. Cédric le vieux, say present.
Cedric, please.
Yes, you ask a question in the vocal, and Bastian said that is just following the pad. So you may have no answer to your question if you don't write it down.
Yes, because Bastian wrote that he's following only via pad because he cannot. He joined the meeting, but following via pad. That's why probably.
I see. Okay, now it's clear. Well, I see. I mean, my solution would be to run the meeting because we need to continue with the preparations for the council meeting. The only thing, if there are things that are of utter like political importance, then maybe we should respect the fact that the announcement was not done properly and then just postpone them to the next meeting. My question for Bastian was exactly like which of them are so sensitive that we should rather postpone concerning the questionable legality of the meeting or questioned legality of the meeting. Okay, I see their procedural proposal coming from Flory that should there be some vote, we can do the vote asynchronously, which certainly we can. So I would suggest to do it that way, that we use the time we have currently to debate what it needs to be debated, and then do the vote if there will be like significant votes asynchronously in the discourse. So I would consider the agenda to be approved as there is majority of the board in favor. The minutes are approved from the last meeting, and I would like to ask for update on the venue. As I've understood, Etienne is not going to. Good evening, Maya. Not going to be able to participate directly. So, is there anyone else to update or?
Yes, Nicholas. I think that it's already in the minute, line 99.
Yes. I see. Okay. There is some microphone set on. Is it Bastian's? Okay. It was muted. So just reading out the information coming from Etienne. There are a few informations regarding the Strasbourg event. We have two possibilities for the venue. The EYC at the Coop. We should have some estimation by the end of the week or beginning of next week. If we want to live stream the council meeting, we need to find equipment or rent something. And we need to know how many working groups we have for CEP in order to make some plan for the Sunday. Okay, the last question is probably to be updated. We have currently 13 working groups and or 13. Wait a second. 4, 8, 12, 13 plus preamble 14. 14 existing plus 3 new, which means 17 working groups theoretically are expected, unless we do some changes today. Regarding the live streaming, we certainly shall ensure that the meeting will be a hybrid. That's what we are. What is obligatory. Plus, we will probably, or we should probably stream it. Any ideas, suggestions? Flori? And the mic is turned off.
Yes, sorry. I talk about the meeting to Austria and United States pirates, and they want to follow and just to listen to the meeting. So it will be really great if we have good sound and good mix and some professional team for this meeting. Thank you.
That sounds very much as something that's mandatory, Cedric.
Yes, as I said in the chat, I don't understand why Etienne asked this question, because yes, this was in the requirement to have a streaming solution, and yes, I really agree with Flori about the quality. So, as I said, and I put it into the Etienne question, is as we say, we need to find some equipment. Is we as PPFR. So don't worry about that, and we will report the information to the team working on it.
Yes, I mean, like, should there be a problem, then we need to ask the other parties. But if it is possible to do it from French sources, then probably better to do from French sources. Or
I don't think so for the moment.
you do think that it's not possible to?
I think that everybody can come with his own materials and so on, but I don't think it's mandatory to come with this kind of stuff. But or maybe I don't understand your question.
Well, my question is, we will probably need some cameras, some microphones, and stuff like that for streaming of the venue to the internet. So that's probably Etienne's question. So do we have it in France, or shall we ask in Germany or Czechia or somewhere else to bring it? Alessandro?
Yes, Miklos. As far as I remember, because we already did this hybrid meeting more than once. If you remember, in Milan, we tried to set up something in 2019, but then the last one in Brussels was pretty much effective because actually all participants to the council meeting were in the same Jitsi chat. So everyone that would like to participate, even if we were there or remote, doesn't matter. We came there with so basically what we need, what we need in this case is a great internet connection, and that's it. This will, in my opinion, solve a lot of troubles, right? So it will be in presence because we for those who are already there, like in Brussels, right? So when I speak, everybody listen to me, but we are all in the same Jitsi instance.
I see the point. That's definitely possible. Should we have some sort of like a remote microphone, at least for? I'm not really sure what will be the venue, how it would look like, in the sense of are we all like sitting to the tables? Should someone have like a microphone, like it's a speaking pole, or Flori?
Yes, thank you. I think on this subject, if we need some professional team or any material, I think we will ask our team, the French team, on the weekend, and tell you on the next meeting, I think, what we choose and what we will do in this meeting. So I think we can just stop this discussion for the moment and talk about that the next time.
Okay, agreed. So if anything needed, then we simply do organize next time. Good. Council meeting preparations. As the point 2, Bastian provided an excellent checklist for preparations of council meeting. It would be probably useful to go over it line by line. Either ensure that the things are already allocated to someone or allocate responsibility for those tasks during this meeting. I absolutely agree. Is Bastian able to provide that list again, or has anyone that list?
Maybe if we can't, we can just remember when it was sorted out, and we can have a look of the minutes, because it should be somewhere.
True.
Yeah, we asked it. We already asked it. I don't know, Cedric, is that you? We asked it to Bastian, but if he's not answering, we cannot force him to answer, but we can search in the meantime.
Yep. Okay. So let's maybe move to point 1.3, and if Bastian provides the list, I don't know whether he can hear us, then we will solve it within the point 1.4, because 1.3 is actually the one that will be probably more consuming. We need to set the agenda for the meeting, or prepare the agenda for the meeting. So I guess what is probably needed will be the board election, and yeah, we will have to elect the board and approve the budget. Those are things that are probably necessary. What else we will need?
We don't need to elect the code of conduct, right?
Yes, we shall call for Code of Conduct Council. Meeting. Probably we could have space allocated for admission of new members, so it doesn't seem that. Or maybe we don't need it. We don't need to specify it unless there will be a specific application.
Don't we have something that we would like to approve? And last time we had no quorum.
That's a good question. Do you know about anything of the type?
Yes, I'm searching through the last council meeting minute on the wiki. So yes, according to the minute, the agenda was last September was motion for changes to the status to allow non-pirate parties as full member of the association. But we had no quorum for such changes, and we skip it.
Yes, and that's actually so. I would maybe suggest there would be a specific point on debating the statute changes, because that one fits very much into the changes that should be debated.
Yeah, but I guess that also statute changes proposals should be available to members. I don't know, a month before the meeting or something like that.
Yes, but I think what we need to do is to set the set the agenda for the meeting and announce it in advance. So we should definitely add to the list point on the statute changes, but we don't necessarily need to specify all the motions that should be discussed. Hand raising from Cedric.
Yes, thanks. For the agenda, not on this specific point, but normally we need to speak about the CEP for the next European election. Normally, it's we have a time for that, a time for the presentation of the work. That's why Etienne has a question about the working groups on the CEP.
Well, actually, I think the CEP shall not be technically part of the main session council meeting.
Okay.
Because what we need to do is actually within the working group do the polishing, and then send it for, let's say, language corrections. However, the main approval of the CEP shall happen only asynchronously after that in the next council meeting later on. Cedric?
Yes, totally agree on that, and about the procedure, we speak about it a lot, and as we said, we need to have at least a month in France for this kind of work, translation and voting. So yes, totally agree about the time need to approve the CEP, but it seems important. In my point of view, I only speak for myself, to make it clear that we are working, that we have some orientation, that we speak about the process and so on. So, just in fact, only a reminder about the work in progress, making some statement about that, not taking a decision, but only having
yeah, as an informative point. That makes very much sense. Yep.
But not a short one. Maybe at least 15 or 30 minutes. Not 1 hour, but not a short one.
Yep, definitely. So update on the progress of CEP.
Should we specify here something like, even if it's a draft, just timelines or something like that, like board elections, meaning that we have to like usual, chairperson, vice chairperson, treasurers, board members, plus then budget approval, and then COCC elections, blah blah blah. Takes time. Should we just make some hypothesis about how much time we need right now?
Well, we might do so. We definitely might do so. Or I'm wondering, whether we are able to actually set the time constraints now, because we don't know yet if there will be new members, what statute changes are to be debated, and so on.
Yeah, but at least, for instance, starting time and let's say an hypothesis of and in time it should be interesting because people should know when to be there online or at the venue. Just something like that. I think at least the main constraint about start and end.
Yeah, that makes very much sense. Do we have actually the council meeting where we were elected? That was January 2022.
Yeah, but it was in 2 days.
Yes, that was 2 days.
It was 2 days, and then we have the first. Yeah. So
Was it really? Saturday,
at least
Sunday. Yeah. It was.
well, it was, yeah. But I think that now we are all adults and we can make it in one.
Well, certainly the longest part will be the election of the board, as we know.
But to be honest, I think that if we are well organized and we prepare at least nomination in advance, we just push the communication and we can be effective and because yes, you're right that there are 9 members potentially, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4 kinds of different elections, but still plus the members of COCC. But I think that in half, let's say morning or afternoon, if we can do it in half day, and then we can split the rest of the meeting the next part of the day, so we can easily have.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, then maybe let's write out the draft agenda without time specification. This is what is as a proposal coming from the board, and the exact time specification we would do later when we know more about like how many candidates do we have and so on. What do you think about it?
Yes, I think that we can have this for the first draft of the agenda, where we say that, for instance, in the morning after the registration, we go straight with the board, new board meeting and COCC elections. So it will be concentrated, and everyone will know that in the morning we will elect all the new staff, and in the afternoon we will have, let's say, all the other stuff that are the points of the agenda. That is discussion about. Preliminary introduction about CEP 24 and motions about changing status, and eventually, or maybe at the very beginning, if we have to admit new members, we will admit it, so they will be up and running, and that's it.
Yeah. What comes to my mind, maybe we need a specific point for normal motions, which are not statute changes, but are decisions of the council per se. We may call it motions from members.
Yeah, for sure.
Point. Any reason why to what? I'm a bit puzzled about the minutes, but okay. So I may suggest this would be a proposal coming from the board for the council. They can anyway like change it whatever they want, but we may propose them as, let's say, our idea of the agenda. So I would suggest we might vote on that, or we might vote on that on asynchronously. Maybe when it comes to the order, I would prefer to have first the CEP presentation and then maybe the traditional motions. If someone would be willing to somehow interfere into the process.
Or maybe may I suggest to vote immediately on the budget. Sorry, new members, budget approval, and then board election, because it would be great that the current treasurer will present the budget, and then we'll vote on it, and then we have all elections.
There is a hand raised coming from Cedric.
Yes. You want to vote the budget first? That's the thing. Okay. So I'm a bit tired. I didn't understand why, but yes, the whole board need to present the budget because it was done on his behalf and not for the new team. But yes, I'm a bit puzzled with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it probably makes sense that the board actually is the old board actually presents the budget and stays in the power long enough to actually be able to defend it. It's a bit unfortunate that the new board will have to take over the budget from the old one, but they might suggest changes later on. Cedric?
Yes, you said what I was thinking, and what in fact Alessandro was thinking, saying that we need to vote the budget first. And yes, I think that I will make some proposition to make some change in the statute, because yes, having a new board bind by all budget with maybe new rules is a bit tricky, in fact. So yes, it's also my point of view about that.
Well, the situation is unfortunate, but it's coming because of because we have decided not to do the council meeting at the end of the previous year, which resulted into us having or working on budget only in April, but we are lucky not having too many spendings before. So okay, let's start with the budget approval and then board elections, and we can discuss about the processes in the statute changes. Okay, so maybe vote on this proposal for agenda for the council meeting. The vote is on the line 129 and farther on.
Flori, if you want, you can cast your vote.
If you would,
Yasmin, you can cast your vote if you want. At line 131. Plus. Because
Yes, sorry, I vote.
I see.
I voted.
Okay, there are at least 5 votes already in favor, which means the motion shall be approved. And whoever wants to cast the vote, still there is the option. Otherwise, we might go to point 4. Meanwhile, we have got the checklist from Bastian. I will send the link to the GC chat, also in the minutes. I see. So again, we have the classical issues. We need some people to chair the meeting, some minute takers, vote tablators, people for accreditation, technicians, press supervisor, supporter, and so on. Cedric?
Yes, maybe we won't discuss it tonight, but we in France already asked the web team to have a meeting on Monday. So my point of view is to take this list and to show it to our team because we're hosting. So maybe we can find some volunteers in France to some technical stuff and so on, and maybe have send us the board a feedback to what need to be done next, or what we need to appoint next. Maybe we have some already some stuff to do tonight, but maybe we can work in this way.
Yes, certainly we should do so. Still, I think it would be good should all the chairpersons, minute keepers, and tablators, due to or because of the geographical distribution, coming always like from 2 different parties, like so that the people are not coming all from the same party. So I would suggest that we do a call for volunteers to help with the organization of that meeting. Let's say the team organizing that. The people for the accreditations and technicians are certainly good to be on site, known of the local situation. Flori?
I will talk about that with the web team, but yes, we can also look for people from other parties to share and anything else you think we should do with other countries. But all we can do in France, we will do it. So technical and host staff, as Cedric said. And I have your list now, so I will send it to the web team. I see them on next Monday.
So yeah, that sounds good. I would follow the logic of what is in the orga section can be or could be first like ensured by the locals, while what is in the section above, like the chairman of the meeting / minute keepers, this section or Presidium of General Assembly is called later on, that I would do a call for like volunteers in the same email that will serve as the one inviting for the meeting. Does that make sense? Since there are no objections, so we may do it that way, and we may go further on. Which is the second point on the agenda, the Common European Election Program. 2.1.
Actually, sorry, Mikuláš, you skipped 2 points. Is there
Which
any
one?
else relevant to the Pirate Weekend? Yes or no?
Sorry, that was the one I have tried to solve, and now I see the membership fees and quorum, which I have skipped because I haven't seen that in the minutes. True. Anything
Okay.
else relevant to the Pirate Weekend was exactly this Dropbox things. So, membership fees and quorum. Yeah, sorry. Alessandro, that was probably your idea to put it on the agenda.
Yes, but I saw Cedric raised on unraised the hand. I didn't catch it. Yeah.
Please, Cedric.
Yes, because anything else relevant to the Pirate Weekend, just a bit. Normally, all is on track for the Monday. It's not the weekend. It's the next week, but normally it's working. Normally Alessandro understand the file that I sent it to him, and we will keep the registration, and maybe we can communicate about it, because for this part is live. So that's it. So you prefer the CSV and not the JSON one?
I've a bit
Okay.
struggled to understand you.
It's just a joke. It's a joke.
Didn't understand you, Mikuláš. Sorry.
Well, there was some disruption of the signal. I'm not sure whether on my side or your side, but I've a bit struggled to understand your message, so to say.
I was only speaking about the Monday, the Parliament visit, and it's on track. We can the registration open. Alessandro received a file, not a test file, a file. He will receive further files in the future, so don't worry about that, Alessandro, please. And normally it's working. We provide more information about one register, one place in one order, because people doesn't understand that correctly. But yes, Alessandro wants to speak to the visitors, so let's go, Alessandro. Speak with them.
Yes, please.
No, it's just an advice to Alessandro.
No. I was looking that after I receiving the file, I have to see if everything is fine, register them in the European platform, and then send an email to them to say, hey, you are registered, blah blah blah. That's close the process.
So, effectively, if I understand it correctly, now there is a link coming from Flory that was in the chat, and that's the one we might use.
Yes, I confirm.
I see.
No, but Mia was asking something that the registration site can only take one person. But if you come with more people, young people, they just can be registered as items. The thing is that you have to register all of them, because otherwise, if I have to have exactly all information, all details about everyone. That's the problem. So you can say I register myself and I ask for four seats. This is not gonna be had. This can't happen. Cannot happen. If you want to register 4 people, you have to provide 4 full names, full address, blah blah blah, date of birth, and then everything else. Otherwise, I cannot register them to the platform, even if you are if they are minors or whatever. It is possible. You have to make 4 registration, Mia. 4. You have to make one registration. One you have to place one order for every single person. That was Cedric was saying.
Yeah, I see hand risen from Flory and then from.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I can only enter as one person. And when I have entered my name and everything, there is no more form. I can put in other people with other birth dates and other, I don't know, from other coming from other countries.
Yes, Mia, because you don't have one person, one order. If you want to register 4 person, you have to make 4 different orders. That was Cedric was saying.
I will try that out. Thank you.
Just repeat the process. Flory, anything else to that point?
I just wanted to answer to Mia. You can ask to the boutique to change it, but I work in the boutique team, and I don't work in the web team, but I work in the boutique team, and I can say to you that I will answer you. No, it's not possible. Not yet. It's not possible yet, but not possible ever. You have to make one person, one order.
I see.
Okay, but are you saying the same thing than Alessandro? I can put in 4 forms instead?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's
yes.
all right.
You wanted just to ask to the boutique team, but I work with the boutique team. So.
Yeah, right. Thank you. That's cool.
Super. I think it's clear then. So what we do is we will pack it to the email that will go out with the council invitation. Maybe do so. So effectively the message within the email will be: first we will have the council meeting, this is the preliminary agenda, and this is the registration form for the parliament visit.
There is no problem in my point of view.
Okay, so we start distributing that, because so far it was a bit, or have we distributed the form already?
I distribute the form to the board and didn't know how Mia and other persons that have this link. So somebody in the board linked the link. So yes, right now it's working. It's about 7 registration right now. So it's working. So let's go. We have all the information needed. Alessandro is agree with that. We had a problem about countries that we solved it this morning. So yes, there is no black clouds, dark clouds in our head for this thing. So yes, just spread the link.
Okay, so that will be done. Together with all the other agenda, and yeah, I think we are done with the point 1.4, and we may resolve the point 1.5.
Yeah, if I may say a word, it's very easy. Do the board, the council meeting will be into 1 month to a couple of months. So, in order to avoid the unpleasant thing that we came there and then we have the same problem of voting rights, people, membership fees, and so on. Do we have a list of the question is very easy because I'm pretty sure that our treasurer sent out invoices for 2021, 2022, and hopefully 2023. So the question is, do we have a list of members that already paid fees in the last 2 years or not? If we don't have, we need them as soon as possible. This is my humble request.
Bastian? I'm not really sure whether he can hear your request, but Alexander, but I'm afraid that I hope he will reply. Well, anyway, options are only two. Either he will reply and provide us the list, or we need to urge it next time so that we move on that. And I would go to the next point, or Alessandro, may I?
Of course, it's a yes or no. It's a, if we don't have it, we need it because. But this is. Do we all agree that at least this is important because we should have it, right?
Yeah, because otherwise we will not be able to elect the whatsoever the new board. We will not be able to change the statutes. Yeah, if there is no quorum, there is no quorum. So the point 2.1 on CEP, I see there that Dan Leshtina declined the role of coordinator responsible for environment, climate, and energy chapter. So we are probably supposed to find a new coordinator for that one. And those who expressed interests are Rolf Hagen, Guido Kerber, and Jan Maresch, if I'm not mistaken. So?
Did Dan, Dan Leshtina, did he actually provide any info on why he doesn't want to do it? Because as it happens, I actually live now with Dan, and last time we spoke about this, he didn't say he's not going to do it. So I'm a bit surprised.
Oh, I see. Well, I got this information from this board support channel, which is, I think it came from MAP, but I'm not really sure about that. Well, maybe we should first check with him whether it's really the case, because this is really weird situation. So I will check with him, and then we anyway didn't want to do anything politically sensitive, and changing the coordinators is a bit politically sensitive. So I would suggest we do the decision asynchronously if needed through the discourse. Are you fine with that process? Since there are no objections, so let's do it asynchronously. Second point is there is a proposal to have new chapter on internal market and appoint a coordinator for that one. Is there anyone who would have an idea of where this chapter comes from? Or does anyone want to explain on that proposal? Because it's honestly a bit puzzling to me, so I would maybe suggest to postpone the decision for the next meeting unless there is a good justification for that one. Is there anything in the discourse? Additional chapter on economy, trade. I honestly cannot find it even in the discourse, so I would suggest whoever brought this proposal, let's debate it next time. Yeah, which brings us to the point 2.3. Anything else relevant to the work on the CEP? I honestly have to admit I'm a bit disappointed, worried. Worried is the right word, because there is not much activity coming from within the discourse. I see there are a lot of people just introducing themselves. However, most of the coordinators have not really started working, or am I wrong? There is some effort put on the there are some progress on the environment, climate, and energy category, but more or less older date. May I ask those of you who are members of or who are coordinators, have you actually received a list of the members or of the people expressing interest in their in the working groups? Your working groups? You didn't. Alessandro didn't. Cedric?
Wrong button, wrong tool. So it seems that anybody received a mail with people that want to work, but I will speak only for the French pirates. I see some French pirates working on the Europeans' point of view about the CEP. So we will try to send them again in the discourse to make what they want to do, in fact, to work, because it's what we want the PR to do.
I see. Well, apparently what is overall needed is another round of emails urging the coordinators to actually start working on the proposal. So I think that's so to say homework for me and MAP probably to prepare the emails and send it out, so that all the coordinators have first of all contact for those people they should talk to and start really working and putting proposals on the table. because currently the process is not really like super active. Anyway. Is there anything more we should discuss regarding the CEP, or we might say it's fine? Seems to be fine. So I guess, is there any other business, or we just have to set up the next meeting? I would suggest let's have the next meeting in 2 weeks from now, as we had this one again at 9 o'clock. Seems there are no objection. So with that, I'm officially stating that the meeting is closed.
Sorry, Mikuláš. So when is the next meeting suggestion?
In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, again at Wednesday. And I have to already acknowledge that I'm not able to come in 2 weeks because I will be on a work mission in India.
In the 2 weeks, it will be March the 8th.
Yes, exactly, March the 8th.
Unfortunately, I will be in Morocco, March the 8th, but...
Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. So shall we put it in 3 weeks, like the March 15th?
I will be at home March 15th.
That's an issue because we shall definitely have the next board meeting before the 1 month before the council meeting, and the council meeting starts 15th of April, which means 15th of March is already too late.
Fleury is proposing Saturday again. Cedric is proposing Saturday again.
Saturday. You mean the 11th?
Yeah, Saturday the before it will be less than 2 weeks.
Or the 4th. Saturday the 4th. Okay. Not perfect, but possible. The 11th is also problematic for me. So Saturday the 4th, does that make sense?
I will be available on Saturday the 4th. For my part, it's okay. And on the 11th too, as you want. But if anyone suggest another date and suggest another availability, may be okay. But I will not be available on the 8th of March. I'm sorry.
The 8th of March is problematic. So the 4th of March.
4th, okay.
Call all the others. Speak now or stay silent forever, or how should I say?
I would try to participate if we're going to make it a longer meeting, because I have to leave at 3 in the night. So at 3 o'clock Sunday, the 5th on the night, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I can join, and maybe if it's going to be late, I will drop the call at some point. But anyway, I can.
Is it possible for just first, Mia? Can you cut your mic, please? And is it possible to have a meeting earlier than 21 o'clock in the evening? Maybe earlier, it will be more productive if we start at maybe 18 or maybe before. Maybe we will end an hour after, and the meeting will just be an hour meeting, and it will be good for everybody. Is it possible for you, or you are not available on the day on Saturday?
Well, 18 sounds fine for me. So let's make it that way. So the final word, yeah, March the 4th at 18 o'clock. Okay, good. Then we are agreed and we can officially end. Thank you so much for staying so long.
Thank you, Mikolas. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, and have a good night.
Good night, Mikolas. Bye.
Have a good night too.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.